Alrighty, let's look at exercise 6-2. Lindex Company manufactures a product that goes through 3 processing departments. Information relating to activity in the first department during October is given. So we are given work in process at the beginning of the month and work in process at the end of the month. The department started 195,000 units into production during the month and transferred 205,000 completed units to the next department. So, required, compute the equivalent units of production for the first department for October, assuming that the company uses the weighted average method of accounting for units and costs. Alrighty. So let's go take a look at the solution. So the first thing we have to do is units to be accounted for. So what we're looking at here is how many units are there that we need to determine what happened to. So if we look back, let's get rid of her there. At the beginning of the month, there were 25,000 units. And then during the month, they started another 195,000 units. So at the beginning of the month, there were 25,000. They started another 195,000. So there's a total of 220,000 units. Now, the next step then is what happened to those units? Where are they? So let's go back here again. So during the month, they transferred 205,000 completed units to the next department. So 205,000 were completed. And at the end of the month, 15,000 were remaining. And they were 70% complete with regards to materials and 50% complete with regards to conversion. And conversion is overhead and labor. So, units transferred to the next department, 205,000. So they're completed. So they're completely done materials-wise and conversion. Ending work in process. So materials, 15,000 units. So materials and conversion. Both were 15,000 units, but materials were 70% complete. So equivalent units, 70% of the 15,000. So 10,500. And for conversion, 15,000 were 50% complete. So that's what we're saying is that's equivalent to 7,500 units being fully complete. So equivalent units of production are 215,500 for materials and 212,500 for conversion, but you also have this total column here because the 205 and the 15 are 220, and this should equal. So your total units that you have to account for should equal the total units that were completed. So the completed, the 205 plus the ending work in process. So this and this should equal, but then you're going to break out here equivalent units to show how much was completed in materials and how much was completed in conversion. Alrighty.